I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, the Yankees win. He's out.
Yes, sir.
Brett is out. Look at this. Brett is out.
He's teaming mad.
He is out.
Swung. Fly ball deep left center. Grissom on the run. Yes! Yes! The Atlanta Braves have given you a championship.
Auburn going after it. Here's a good snap. It is blocked. It is blocked. It's called on the run. It's called on the run. He's going to score. David Wagner. David Wagner has scored. And Auburn is tied the game.
It's good! It's good!
It's good.
It's good!
It's good.
It's good!
Van Tiffin has won the ball game.
Alabama has beaten Auburn!
I'd like for the people to remember me as being a winner, because I ain't never been nothing but a winner.
Yes, that's right. We ain't nothing been but a winner. Welcome into the Total Chad Sports Podcast. This is number 96 on the list. We are just four away. Coach Matz, we are just 4 away from episode 100. And we hope to do some crazy stuff. Hope to be able to get some guests maybe. Hope to be able to maybe start off episode 100 with guests and have a good time and talk about whatever and just whatever. And if we don't have any guests by then, you know what? You know what we'll do? We'll continue to do what we're doing right now. Give you some awesome content. See if little brother wants to join. See if some friends want to join, just to do like a little round table, just talk about whatever. Talk about the upcoming season of whatever. Talk about whatever's going on. Talk about how you can follow the Total Chad Sports Podcast. You know how to do it. You can just go to X, Coach Grizzle, at Gwathney Chad, at Coach Grizzle TV. You can find me there. Hit me up anywhere you want. You can hit us up on YouTube, youtube.com// at Coach Grizzle TV. Take you right to it. Boom. There's the channel. Would we also say twitch.tv/Coach Grizzle? Can also go there as well. It's a lot easier when I just show you it and rather than just saying it. You know what I mean? We're pretty good at promoting what we're talking about. So if you want to fund, sponsor, look at all these constant windows. Look at the crazy windows. Look at all the windows opening up. If you want to do any of that, we're going to talk about that later, by the way. If you want to do any of that, you can hit us up on Cash App. You can hit us up on Venmo. It's Venmo at Mass Braves, and then Cash App is $ Coach Grizzle. You can hit us up there as well. You can fund us if you want. If you want to donate, you want to help us with our mission to continue to help and to continue to help donate and be a part of what the Greater Humane Society does in my hometown. The Huntsville Greater Humane Society. You can help us out with my parents and their puppy land. You can also do that by volunteering. You could do that as well. Give me monies so I can spend monies at the thrift store that goes that the money goes towards the puppies and the kittens. Give me monies so I can buy more picture frames of random stuff like cars or castles, for instance. I didn't really find it there, but I found it at a different one. But still, help us out. Like and subscribe on the YouTube page. Follow us on the Twitch page. Tell your friends about us. If you're going to watch the show and it's not live, rewatch it. Go clean for a weekend, or the next day, whatever, you're bored. Just turn it on. You can put it on you can put it on the big screen. You got smart TVs? You can watch this show on the big screen, just like all the other big shows out there. If it's entertaining to you. That's what I like about new age television. About how like all these digital TVs, about how you can just kind of like, you can watch Twitch, YouTube, FanDuel, all these different apps. And you can watch this show on your big screen. You can see me on the big screen. And pretty much anyone nowadays is on the big screen. Streamers can become celebrities. Well, you gotta kind of have a lot of money too, though. That kind of helps. It already helps too when you're like friends with somebody that's already in the movie business, or you're somebody's kid. You know, nepotism is like the greatest trait you can ever have. I mean, that's just warranted. We already know about that. I don't know what that was. There was a sound got made. I don't know what that sound was because I couldn't hear it. It might have been one of these tabs, so if something played in the background, I apologize. I just saw it, sat there and watched that. I was like, whoo. It was like, whoa. It wasn't me. It wasn't my sound. Trying to see, make sure I didn't have it anything wrong, anything different. Let's see, I think we're good. Yeah. I think we're straight. I think we have all the tabs we were going to talk about too, because we have to have on this day ready as well. You know? He's not here. But if you knew him, you'd think he's a pretty cool guy. But it's not been a good day. It's not been a good day for me. Well, it's been a good day for me. We didn't even get into it yet. We haven't even talked about it yet. We haven't even recapped our week. Week one recap of summer school. It's week 2 preview. Shouldn't be any much different than week 1. Thursdays are pretty awesome. We get fed. We get food. Thursdays, we get fed. Someone feeds us. We had Taco Mama today. And like chicken, beef, hard tacos, soft tacos, had chips and queso. Of course, by the time I got the queso, everyone had already taken it all. But see, I'm not like one of those people that I'm not like when someone gives me something like food, like if you're gonna like pay for our food or like buy our food or whatever, I try to be the last person that gets it. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's noble, whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe it's just stupid. I don't know. I'm not one of those types of people that likes to be the first one up there. And I don't like to be one of the ones that's up there too while everybody else is up there. I like to be one of the last ones up there. So maybe it's just kind of how I am. Maybe it's just kind of weird. I'm not a mooch. Like, I'm not a piece of shit either. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like, I've worked in enough businesses where it's like, I've worked with coworkers that, like, literally all they talked about was how they got free food. Like, that was the one thing, the greatest thing about where they're at, who they're working with, whatever, was because they got free food. Not about how, like, awesome the place is, great atmosphere, all those types of things. Not like in a sense of where you're trying to actually promote them. It's like, no, it's just free food. Got free food. Could run them into the ground. It doesn't matter. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I just, it was awesome, though. It was pretty cool that we were able to get food. I think it was pretty sweet that, I forgot what the name of the business was. No, I have to look at that later. I think something about, I saw a message about summer school. I think it's a message about summer school. About how, like, people weren't doing their job or something like that. Like, people weren't doing what they're supposed to do. They're just letting people get in. So, working the summer. Really, it's just this month. Don't know what I'm going to do in July. I'm going to maybe find a part-time job just to work in the month of July until I go back. Doing a little bit of fun. Got 100 to 20-something kids chilling. A lot of the kids are good. If not all the kids, literally all these kids are good. There's a couple of kids that act out, but they're just really just acting out, really. But, the week's not hard. It's Monday through Thursday. We're off Friday, so I'm off tomorrow. Like, today's my Friday. Like, if you watch this, it's Friday, baby. Like, and it's Friday because it's my Friday because tonight is my Friday. It is Thursday night, tonight, whatever. I don't care. Tomorrow, yesterday, whatever. I am on Friday right now. I'm in Friday mode. I don't have a drink. We need to start implementing that back into the stream. We only did it like a handful of times. Not even a handful of times. Maybe like less than the 5 fingers that I have on my right hand. So yeah, it is my Friday. I'm enjoying it. It is cool. It's not hard. It's not a hard job to sit there and do. Got to go outside a lot today. Got to go on the playground a lot today. Played out on the playground a lot. Like it's crazy when you work in a school and you just kind of like forget about how awesome it is. Like especially for elementary school kids. Like you shouldn't ever be pissed about having to go to elementary school. Until maybe you get into 5th grade. Then you're getting closer to middle school. You're learning other types of maths. You're learning about other things too. It's harder. Classes are harder. You're not sleeping all the time. You're not napping. You're not getting snack time. Not getting juices. But like, you just sit there down on the playground. And it's like, as an adult, it's like, because the kids want to play. Kids always want to play. The kids want to play with like the cool kid, the cool teacher. And like, you know, kids just want to like run around, show you something, you know, do that kind of stuff. But as an adult, you sit there like this in the hot ass sun. It's not fun. You run around for a little bit, you know, you're old. It sucks. It's hot. Alabama's pretty damn hot. The heat is damn unbearable sometimes. It's like 86 degrees, but in the sun, it's like 105. And the shade wasn't too bad, though. Getting a nice little tan, you know. But it's for the birds when you're an adult, for sure. Like, when you're not running around playing, you know, it's like you don't realize how easy it is as a kid. How easy you have it. How awesome it is. Like, even if a lot of these kids are just coming to summer school because it's, like, more like just like a daycare type of thing for their parents. Like, even in itself, like, you're like, as a young kid, all you're doing is playing anyway. Like, that's all you're going to be doing when you're at home anyway. You're just going to be playing anyway. So, like, they come here, half the time they're watching videos. They're doing their work, but they're doing their work outside because it's pretty outside because it's summer. And then it's like on the Thursdays, it's like they do something fun for you. So we're doing something fun. We get like popcorn every weekend, and then like teachers, like I said, get food. Pretty friggin' awesome. And then you know, you're like outside half the time. Like you're just shooting the shit, sitting there, hanging out, talking to the teachers, watching the kids run around playing. If the kids want to come over and show you something, you hang out with them for a little bit. But like, you're just hanging out outside all the time. Like you're just chilling. It's not that bad at all. Now the ones that are probably doing bad, they're probably the ones that were repeating classes and stuff like that. Now that sucks. I feel bad for some of those types of kids because they don't get it. I don't think they realize that. Because especially the ones that act out all the time, the ones that are like disruptive the entire time, like they really just like kind of like. I don't think they're ever going to get it, or they're going to get it when they're older, and it's just like, hopefully they pass. It's like, hopefully we'll just get them through high school. But it's fun, though. Like, I like it. I like it and enjoy it. I think it's fun. I'm going to get back into wrestling, too. We've got practices we got to do, so I'm like, I got to get myself ready. Like, I got to get myself, like, ready to get myself mentally able to do and physically able to do practice. Because when I did that 10K, I'm telling you, that 10K, I'm not hurting as much as I thought I was going to be, but there are a couple of aches and moans and groans that in my knee and in my ankle that are just kind of like, oh my God, like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Getting up out of the chair, walking around, sitting down, like sitting down in like shorter chairs too, especially working in elementary school, like sitting in shorter chairs and then realizing how much older you are. It's like, yeah, it's like all these people that are older than me. It's like, yeah, I get it now. I'm sorry. It sucks. Trying to sit down, trying to get up. It's a problem. That hurt my back trying to do that. Or hurt my knee crack when I did that a little bit. It hasn't been good. Other than that, it hasn't been good. Summer school's been good, but it hasn't been good. The Braves haven't been good. That's who hasn't been good. Losers of the last 4 out of 5. Losers, I said, out of the last 4 out of 5. Winners, 2 out of the last 8. Awful. Just absolutely awful. Got swept by the Diamondbacks. Today, yesterday, last couple days, whenever you watch this podcast, whatever. I was at work during this. I'm glad that I didn't, spend the $20. I mean, I already am spending the $20 a month. Did they charge me? Can I cancel? Can I cancel FanDuel? Did they charge me yet? Yeah, I'm glad I didn't watch any of the Braves game today. Kind of actually. I mean, I knew it. I literally looked at it today on Twitter and saw that it was around noon, like 12:15, something like that. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll probably watch it today. And then kind of forgot about it. I kind of got lost in work because I was outside. Then we get out an hour later. So I was like, I kind of didn't think about it. Glad I didn't watch it on FanDuel. I'm glad I didn't watch the Braves give up 7 runs in the 9th inning and lose 11-10. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, how in the world do you do that? Scott blew it. Was it Iglesias too? I didn't even watch. Because like I said, I didn't watch it. I didn't waste my time with this trash. Because I shouldn't have to watch the Braves fall on their ass and lose to a team that's about the same as you, if not worse. Should be worse than you on paper in the series against the Red Sox. And then sit here and get swept by a team that got themselves, by sweeping you, got themselves to 500 by sweeping you.
You can do it all night long.
And a still working. And subscribing for 8 months in a row. This man is
when businesses thrive.
the glue. This man is the foundation. This man is the rudders. This man is the engine. This man is the little engine that could. Like, this is the guy. This is the man, the myth, the legend. This is the head of steel. This is the... I didn't even finish it because this is the legendary pirate himself. Arg! Oh, matey. Head of steel. What up, my man? Tom Brady lover. Forgot that one too. Tom Brady lover. How are we doing? Yeah, that makes me want to vomit. How are you up 10-4? Where's this game of the year? You're up 10-4. Oh, it's updates. That's what it is. It's like alerts and stuff, like Discord and stuff. That's what it was. The little like spurts of sound from the desktop. You could have done the same thing, Braves. Or, I mean, they could have been at least one away. Could have done the same thing. You don't get swept by the Diamondbacks. Now you are 7 games under 500. 11 games back from first place. You were at 4. 4 at one time. You were 4 games away. 4.5 games away from first place in the East. And now you're 7 games under 500, 11 games back from first place. And let's see. We already looked at it earlier. We already know where they're at. We thought about it. We may be going next week. But the only problem is the weekend I want to go is Father's Day. My father will not want to go to a baseball game. I'll tell you that right now. Especially if I asked him to. He wouldn't. He wouldn't. I really want to go to the Saturday game on the 14th. Because Spencer Strider's pitching that weekend. They're playing Colorado. The Sale Dollander game. The Sale Dollander game. That's Father's Day at 12:35. I literally thought about going to this game, but then I realized that it's Father's Day. I already have a Father's Day card for Pops. Pretty sweet Mandalorian one, by the way. So, like, I'm prepared. But I'm not prepared to sit here and go and say, hey, I'm probably going to go to this game. I'm probably going to leave that alone for that weekend and think about another weekend. Because let's see, I'm off Juneteenth. And they play in the last series on Juneteenth. The last series is on a Thursday, right? Again, or the last game of the series against the Mets is on Juneteenth. So I'm thinking about going on Juneteenth because I feel like that game would be more fun to go to, and it's a night game, like or 6:15. But it'll be like an afternoon-ish night game or evening night game, and then I get back home pretty reasonable, or I stay the night that night. I'm already off that day because we're off for school. So I'm thinking about maybe going to that game. Tickets as low as $14. $14. Get a $14 ticket, get a place to stay. But see, I kind of want to go. See, this is why I wish these games. But I see it like it's July 3rd, right? It's like July 4th weekend. They play LA. It would have been fun to see some of the Trash Pandas play the Braves because some of these Tuesday, Wednesday games are $8. Baltimore that weekend for July 4th. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm thinking about maybe this game. Where is it? Juneteenth. Might end up going to that game. We probably won't go any of those games in the first half. We'll have to see what happens in the second half. What kind of other better combinations we've got. They play the Yankees on a weekend. Could definitely go to that game. July 20th. That would be pretty cool to see. Look at that. Tickets as low as $30. My God. And then you go down here to when they play Milwaukee at home, and it's like, ooh, August. But see, that's when school starts. That's during the week, too. They play Milwaukee during the week. And they got that I think this is that makeup against Cincinnati that they got rained out. Because they got 2 games away, and then they got 1 at home. I think that was a makeup. So, we'll see. We'll see how the Braves do. Predictions for the rest of the first half. I mean, you already, sucked a big... I mean, when you lose literally the last 8 out of 10, I mean, it's just awful. Then you just look like crap against that one. And then literally the bullpen was, ranked, 5th, top 10, top 5 in, everything statistically. I think 5th in ERA, something like that. And just to kind of, crap the bed and just fall on your face and lose like that, lose 4 in a row, and then get swept by the damn Diamondbacks. And now you got to play San Francisco, who's good. Milwaukee, pretty decent. You got Colorado, you got New York, you got Miami, New York. So let's check out the next 4. Let's give our prediction. Take 2 out of 3 from San Francisco, maybe. Sweep Milwaukee, sweep the Colorado Rockies because you're at home, and hopefully take 2 out of 3 from the Mets. But realistically, let's say, to give a real prediction, you only get 1 win out of that series against San Francisco away. Then you have to go to Milwaukee. You get maybe 2 out of 3 against Milwaukee. You maybe sweep Colorado, even though you weren't able to do it at Colorado because Dolander's a pretty damn good pitcher. And then you're probably gonna take 1 from the Mets because it just doesn't seem like the Braves are figuring it out. And I sat there and listened to I think it was 680 was one of their shows on 680 was talking about they don't have a leader. I think there are some leaders, but I think Strider can be more of a hard ass. So some guys aren't gonna really turn into that. You don't have a Freddie Freeman type leader. You don't have a Dansby Swanson type leader. Yes, these are guys that were really good guys in the locker room. Whether you liked how Arcia was on the team or not, he's not a leader. But he was a guy that Acuna, Albies, everybody else, even Profar, Big Bear. I mean, all the guys, the Latin players, like all the Latin speaking players, like they literally all kind of like gravitated around each other, and they all kind of like just enjoyed each other being on each other's team. Especially if you watch that 2021 run with Soler too. Like everybody was just like so into each other. Like everybody was just hyped up, and there was pride in the team. Now it's like you go kind of look at it too. Maybe Austin Riley, like there's not really. I mean, like there's guys like there's Acuna, there's Albies. Like there's still guys that are the guys that the Braves had, the Braves drafted, or the Braves. They're the household names. But these household names, it's like Riley. I feel like Riley's not maybe being that leader enough. Strider, same thing. He's not been there enough. But there's not a guy that just puts his foot down and does anything. The difference is, too, though, is like you're not getting the same production you would. Obviously, if Freddie Freeman was playing first base, then Olsen. Olsen's great. Don't get me wrong. 52 home runs. Dude was an absolute beast. But you can't keep recreating that. The thing you can keep recreating is getting like a ton of hits every year. And that's what Freddie Freeman would do. And Freddie Freeman also, like, runners in scoring position. That's been huge for the Braves. Whether it's been assistant coaches being gone, whether Ron Washington, Eric Young, any of these guys, Tutupio, or whatever his name is, Tutupio, whatever his name is, former Huntsville Star, the guy that got basically sent down to AAA or AA or whatever he's doing right now, and Freddie Gonzalez is like third base coach now. What happened? Like, how in the world is fielding a problem? Why in the world is base running an issue? Why in the world are you swinging at the worst possible swings? Like, the worst possible pitches imaginable. And you're just looking so bad. It's embarrassing. It sucks. I hate watching it as a fan because it's like, all right, well, if the starter gives up 2 in the beginning, and here's the thing, continue. Everyone wants to crap on Bryce Elder. Yeah, Bryce Elder sucks. Whatever. Blah blah blah. All right, when he's out there and he gives you 1 run the entire game, or heck, let's say he gives up 2 or 3, even just 2 or 3, and you have 2 occasions where you've got 2 runners on base. And you've got runners in scoring position, and you can't get you have 0 outs, and you've got 2 guys on base, and you can't win the game. But shit-ass Arizona Diamondbacks can come in and score 7 runs in the top of the 9th and make you look like a bunch of idiots. Because the last few nights that they played, whether it was against Arizona or whether it was against Boston, and just a chance to say, oh, well, here come the Braves. Let's say if the Braves can do something. And it was like that it's like every time by the 6th inning. All right, let's see if the Braves bats can do anything. Then it's like, all right, these 1-run games, Braves winning them, grinding it out. Maybe this will help for the playoffs. I don't know. But you got to win games too. You got to beat your rivals. You got to beat the crappy teams. You got to beat the teams that are like the same rank or record as you, good or bad, whatever they look like on technically paper. But it's just so bad to sit here and watch and just see how bad like I said, the fielding, the hitting, the non-hitting. I mean, it is absolutely just that acid reflux in the back of your throat that you throw up a little bit. Like, that's what that is. That feels like. It hurts. It sucks. Figure it out. Starting pitchers. Yes, Smith Shawver's gone. But now, it's like, you still got all these great young arms that could come up and help. Dylan Dodd will probably get called back up. Hurston Waldrop will probably get called up maybe. Drew Hackenberg, maybe. Ian Mejia, maybe. There'll be a couple of guys that'll get called up. That'll just need to be helped down the stretch. Or just get called up to see what they can do in the second half of the season. But with, like, let's say a little over 20 some odd games left in the first half, you got to figure it out. Can you get in 7 games? Let's say in 7 games you'll be, let's say if you can come back, let's say win 7 in a row, right? Be 34-34. All right, so that's only 2 series and then Colorado. So you still got about 24 games left. After that 7, you got 24 games left. Just figure it out. You'll be 34-34 by then. And then, hell, maybe you'll be 44-44 by then, by the All-Star break. That kind of makes sense, right? I mean, I don't think they're not going to be 44-45, but you know what I mean. Because that just would mean that, like, they would sit there and lose a bunch of games. They would only win. That means that they would only win 11 more games or 10 more games in the first half. And then they would lose about 10 more. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. They'd be about 500. So let's hope that they're a little bit better than 500 going into these last 31 games. These last 31 games in the first half. Because we're at what? What is that? 52? We're at 52 games. Or no. It's not 52. 62. No, 61. God, my math is awful. 61. 61 games. And then we've got, like I said, what's that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18... 21, 24. See, this is bad. I'm bad at math. 27, 30, 33. So 33 more games. That's what I said, right? I said 24. Oh, no. So I was a few off. I was like 2 off. It's like 2 games off. 33 more games in the first half. See, this is why this isn't a math show. This is why this is a sports history, pop culture type of show. We don't do the maths here. That's why we didn't do well in school. That's why we're here where we're at. That's why we try to be a streamer. That's why we try to act like we know what we're talking about in sports. You know what I mean? Like an expert. You know what I mean? We're an expert. This is an expert analysis. Okay? So don't get me started. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Let's see here. I'm looking around the MLB here tomorrow, yesterday, whenever. Astros and Pirates in a rain delay right now. Cubs are up on the Nationals. Yankees are up on the Guardians. Rangers and Rays are tied at 1. Royals and Cardinals 5-1. Of course, the Diamondbacks came back and beat the Braves 11-10. Cardinals beat the Royals 6-5. White Sox beat the Tigers 3-2. Blue Jays beat the Phillies 9-1. Athletics beat the Twins 14-7, and the Orioles beat the Mariners 4-3. And the Giants beat the Padres 3-2, and the Dodgers beat the Mets 6-5. So in a day when the Mets lose, Phillies lose, and I say the Nationals are losing, you can't win. You can't win? Seriously? You can't figure it out and win? Well, we get it. I digress. It's ridiculous. We don't want to get too caught up on the world of crazy baseball talk. Because we have so much more. There's so much more to talk about. We still have a whole second half of a season. You still have a chance to get to about the same you did in 2021 and maybe end up winning the whole thing. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Relax. Another thing we don't need to relax about because it starts like right now, yesterday. I want to do this before the game actually officially starts. Give my prediction on the NBA Finals because I don't think we gave it on the Stanley Cup in time. The Stanley Cup Final rematch between Edmonton and Florida. You know what? Let's go with. I want to go with Florida because I want Connor McDavid and I would like to see Edmonton and Axios get that dub finally. But I want to go. I want to go with the Oilers in that. And but in the basketball world, the Pacers, you're getting the greatest small market game ever. The Pacers versus the Thunder starts like right now, yesterday, today, whenever you watch this podcast, whenever you are watching this podcast. It's going to be a pretty good game. I think you got to be able to stop SGA. Siakam's going to be a problem defensively for them. Halliburton kind of has to go off to kind of help the Pacers get past the young talent that OKC has, and OKC can score. So they're favored 9.5 on ESPN Bet. So 10.5. Sorry, they're 10.5 on the open. They're 10.5 favorites. I would probably take that line. Yeah, I think the first game they could run away with it, especially. I mean, obviously they're at home. It's gonna be fun to see like the color schemes that they do when they're at home, because like obviously OKC when they're at home is a great when the fans are wearing everything and it's all blue everywhere. OKC or Golden State with all the yellow. Just teams that have it's kind of cool. Like I don't remember is Boston all green? There's other teams that can do it really well. Like Houston all red. Like I think it's just cool when teams are able to do that, able to color code the stands. I like what OKC did like last week, and I think it was the last game or whatever, where they had one side blue and one side white. So that it was like checkered. So it was like blue, white, blue, white, blue, white. So that was really cool. But like teams like that, especially how the lighting of the arenas are, and how OKC kind of can really pop, make it pop, make the blue pop in that arena. I think it's really cool. That's the one cool thing I would say about basketball, especially during basketball season that I like. Is like especially when the fans obviously come out of the woodwork and finally show up, and then especially when you're really good, that's when they'll finally show up. But like when you see in basketball. It's like basketball, soccer, football. You kind of see it here or there, especially if you go to like Penn State game or some team teams that'll do like the color coding thing. Like Auburn will do a whiteout, and like all the fan base is really on board on doing it. Those are the only sports where you really see it. Like you don't really see it so much. Now I will say this. When you go to, obviously, I'm sure in NFL, because I'm a Falcons fan, right? So it's a lot of black and red. You don't really catch it so much. So it just looks like a little mesh of like everything. But when the Packers came to Atlanta, you could see like a sea of green in the red. You know what I mean? So it did feel like one of those types of games. But what I was getting at is that in basketball, I guess it's the way that it's shot, just the cameras, the technology, everything like that, the arena, the lighting, everything like that. It just makes the fan base, especially that are lower in the area where the cameras can see them, really pop out. And maybe it's just how the arena's built too, that it just kind of shows up really well. So I think it's going to be fun. You got my prediction. OKC is going to win it all. Do something that, Harden, Westbrook, and Durantula have never been able to do. So it'd be kind of fun to see OKC win with this young crowd that they basically just, sucked for so long and traded away a lot of people and did a lot of things and just worked on getting picks and getting, the right team and the right picks for the future. And figuring it out with all the draft picks and everything. Something that the Philadelphia 76ers just couldn't figure it out. Obviously, they went all board on Joel Embiid, and we don't know how much longer he'll be there, or just, what it got them, basically. You know, how much success that gave them comparable to what OKC's doing right now. And just how good SGA is, you know. So, MVP, you know what I mean? Be crazy if he wins the MVP and wins the title all in the same year. So, the Pacers are going to be a fun team to watch. I'm just a small market guy, so like I'm a Falcons guy. I'm a Hawks guy. So it's like I want to pull for the Pacers, I do, but I would love to see OKC win. I always used to love watching. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was entertaining to me. I used to love like early 2000s, early 2010s basketball. It wasn't until like 2015 or like 2016 that like basketball kind of like fell off the radar for me a little bit. I'm more of a college basketball guy. I'm more of a baseball guy. I'm more of a football guy. You know what I mean? Like I enjoy those types of sports. Like hell, I even like hockey more. I'll even watch a hockey game more than a regular season basketball game. But when it comes to the playoffs, we've talked about this before on many podcasts. I'll watch the playoffs for sure. So we'll see what happens. It's probably starting right now. All the festivities, all the beginning stuff, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. We didn't talk about something that I can bring up real quick because we're getting close to time and we need to do our On This Day in History. We didn't talk about the Trash Pandas. We didn't talk about anything locally. Right now, 2-0 against the Birmingham Barons. And played at historic Rickwood Field in Birmingham yesterday. Right now, they're down 2-0 in the bottom of the second against Birmingham. They're at Birmingham. That's maybe what I should probably do this weekend. Should really go maybe see a Birmingham game. It's not too far away. Go see the Trash Pandas play them. Because next week they're coming back to town. Dog night, of course, is, I believe, on that Wednesday. It's a beach towel giveaway. I think it's dog night as well. I would think so. There's Tito's Dog Day the following week on June 18th. It's at 4:05. I guess that's going to be that game. And then there's this. It's a double header that's made up from 4-6. So I wonder. Yeah, looks like they're trying to throw that all in the same time. But I wonder if the 11th is a dog day. I'll have to see. It doesn't say though. But see, it doesn't say that either though on that promotion. I think it is. Hold on, view all promotions. Hold on. Or maybe that's all of their promotions. Hold on. Let's see. No, yeah, it's still Tito's Dog Day. It's a beach towel giveaway, but it's still a Dog's Day. Which I thought. I mean, like, that makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, finish up the series against Birmingham, which you're beating. I mean, you're beating, like, one of the best teams in your division, if not the best team in your division, in the Birmingham Barons. You got Pensacola and Chattanooga next. And I'll say this. Pitching has been subpar, comparable to last year, especially Caden Dana. The success he had, just individually though, but like also just the level of pitching. Obviously, it's been kind of been moved up. Guys have been moved around. They got 3 guys that are in the top whatever it was of prospects. So like, yeah, it looked pretty good starting off, but it hasn't been like the same type of like continued success that they had in years past, especially last year. They got to just figure it out offensively. You got a 1-0 win yesterday. You don't have any runs right now, but you're already down 2-0. You got to win 3-2. You lost 5-1. There's a lot of a lot of losses. They only put up 1 run. So they got to figure it out. The bats got to figure it out. But you're promoting guys. You're putting guys up into the big leagues, or you're putting guys up to AAA, and it's an issue. It's a problem. You gotta keep doing what you gotta do. Got to keep getting better, playing the guys you have. So like I said, got Pensacola next. Got Chattanooga. Like I said, looking at the standings right now, you're beating Birmingham. You're up 2-0 in the series against the best team in your division. They're only up 1.5 on Chattanooga right now to try to win this first half in the North League. So then you got Pensacola, and then I said you got Chattanooga. So you got to beat two teams that are technically better. I mean, they all have better records than you. You're the worst team in the league. But like Pensacola could be contending for the North. You know, Columbus could be contending for the North. They still have three wins better than you. So they would only be about 3.5 back, I think. So, because if they're 1.5, they would be about 3.5, I would think, something like that. So, but yeah, done with our baseball talk. Done with the Braves. They're dead to me. I'll still watch them no matter what. But they're most definitely dead to me. Maybe they're just getting ready for the All-Star game finally to ever happen. You know, not finally to ever happen, but to happen in Atlanta. And they're just pissed, and they're just getting ready. I don't know. Let's see here. HCFC's coming back. They're playing tomorrow, today, yesterday, whenever you watch this podcast. They play Orlando City B. Of course, they're third in the East. Playing really well. Just keep staying right there. 8th overall in the MLS Next Pro. The thing I've noticed about this team compared to last year's team. Last year, everybody kept bitching about how young they are. You have 3 different coaches. I mean, it's just you couldn't figure it out. Chris O'Neill's figured it out. They even talked about it this year. They're young. Okay, well, get them to play. Get them to play like an AAU team. Get them to play better. Get them to play smart. You know what I mean? Let them figure it out. Let them grow. Let them grow up. You know what I mean? Let them get better. Let them learn. And the thing I noticed especially, and it's especially that's like years past, they have like always promoted. Like I feel like the first year it was a lot because the thing is you're gonna have a guy from Wales. It's English, or I was supposed to say not so much English, but British. It's that whole island, that whole group of people, the type of soccer where it's like more of a defensive style and it's not so much, boom, 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 boom. And I feel like that maybe it's just they couldn't figure it out when it came to it. But it was like the first year, it seemed like a lot of defenders. They would call up a lot of defenders to go to Nashville. You would occasionally have a couple of guys offensively that were pretty good, but they would get hurt or, they would get called up and it wouldn't be for very long, but it would be very crucial times that, they may need them, or they would play them and it's like, they're kind of young. So they got to kind of figure it out. This year, it's like, you got a bunch of new guys, you got a bunch of new faces, but you got a bunch of young guys, but you got a bunch of players too. And especially last year, it was like, a lot of offensive players, a lot of more of the strikers were getting called up to go play for Nashville or getting traded. And, I feel like that there was a lack offensively when it came to them right now. This year is a whole different, it's just a whole different type of club. When I last looked at it, let me see this one more time. Let me go to the standings. So I'll give you a better explanation of, and if you look at it too, like when it comes to conferences, like when you look at it, the East is a bunch of like, the top team is Red Bull, so that's a household name. But you got Chattanooga, Huntsville at 2-3, Philadelphia Union. Like if you look at the East, it's a bunch of the original teams. On the West, it's like Ventura County, St. Louis City, North Texas. You got Colorado household name, Dynamo household name, Town FC, Tacoma Defiance, and then LAFC, fairly new, fairly old, Timbers, and the Whitecaps. So it's like on the West side, it's like all the newer teams seem to be having more success. Over here, it seems to be like on the East, all the older teams, but then you got the two new. They're new. Chattanooga, new. Huntsville, somewhat new. In the top 10 or the top 10, top 5 in the East. And I'll say this, goals for 21, goals against 10. They got a goal differential of 11. Playing a hell of a lot better at home, 2-1-2. Playing the same way, away, 2-1-2. They have 4 wins on the season and only 2 losses. But they have 4 ties. They have 3 sudden or overtime wins or shootout wins, whatever you want to call them. But it counts. It's points. Shootout wins are points. And actually, it's that you get that tie, you get the 1-1, but then if you win the shootout, you get an extra point. So when you look at it overall, when you look at their standings overall, they're 8th with 19 points. But they've also only played 10 games. Some teams have only played 9, like the Union. And I wonder if that maybe was like a weather thing, because some teams have played 13 games, 12 games. But the fact that Huntsville's only played 10, guys have been off, maybe 10 off too, so maybe they're just like those weird off days, like maybe like in like next week or something like that. Some of these teams have played 13, like New York City FC2, like maybe they'll be off. I don't know, but some of these ones that have only 9 right now, it's just kind of weird. Kind of weird how the season goes. But it's a long season, so they extend it out. So I get it. I understand. Because I think when I looked at Huntsville, I think they have a game obviously tomorrow. Then it's away, I think, and then there's like they go back home, and then there's like 3 games until like July 18th, July 20th, or something like that. So yeah, they got a game at home, then they go to Atlanta, then they come back home, and then they go to 3 games in a row away. Yeah. So Orlando City should be able to beat them. Atlanta should have beat them. Lost in PKs. That's their only PK loss. They came here too, by the way, last time. We got to meet them. It was kind of fun. Then they play Crown Legacy FC. Then they go away, play at Gillette Stadium. Pretty sweet. They play New England Revolution 2. Then New York Red Bulls 2. July 6th. Play FC Cincinnati 2 on the 13th. And then, July 18th, they play Columbus Crew at home. And then they get back-to-back home games. And then go away and then come back home again. So it should be fun. Hopefully you can just keep winning. Just keep winning. That's all you had to do the first year. The first year, I think if they keep winning, then Jack Collison still has a job. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's gone last year. Like at the end of the season, not the beginning. So, we'll see what happens. May go tomorrow. I don't know. Depends. I got a couple of things to do. So, we'll see what happens. There was another little article I wanted to talk about when we talk about football. And we'll talk about this one article. We're going to change it over to the pigskin side of football. I saw this article in ESPN. It was by Jordan Ronan, I think is his name. Jordan Ronan. Said Russell Wilson, by the way, Mr. Dangerous, is a natural mentor for all Giants, not just rookie Dart. Nobody asked. Nobody cares. Russell Wilson's job description with the New York Giants doesn't say anything about being a mentor to rookie quarterback Jackson Dart. That doesn't mean he won't be one naturally. What the fuck does that even mean? Nobody asked. He's got Jameis Winston and Tommy DeVito in that quarterback room, along with Jackson Dart. And then it just keeps talking about how, like, oh, he's Wan'Dale Robinson talked about how, like, he commands everything and he knows exactly what you want, and said basically it was kind of the way he described it. We haven't had a quarterback that's going to command everything and you know exactly what you want. Wilson has been great. It's kind of a slight towards Daniel Jones a little bit, who kind of might be the quarterback, who knows, of his new team. So talk all that trash, but he could have a new team and then throw Dick down. It'd be hilarious, him playing the Giants and then just beating them. Let's see here. But yeah, he was in OTAs today. He had some oohs and ahs. On Thursday. Oh, yeah, it was Thursday. He had some oohs and ahs in practice. Do it to my boy Darius Slayton out of Auburn for a 40-yard touchdown. But it's like it's Russell Wilson, okay? I used to like him a lot. Then he got weird. And it's like, not a big fan of him anymore. Just play quarterback, dude. Just quit being weird. Quit alienating yourself from the rest of your team. Quit hanging out with your little clique. Quit hanging out with your singer wife clique. probably like has like some TLC show. You know what I mean? Like, quit acting like your filmable life or something. But I don't care. Either way, they're still gonna suck. The Giants are gonna suck. Russell Wilson's gonna be fun for a few games. Then he's gonna get hurt, and then Jackson Dart's gonna play. Watch. I'm talking about I don't know when or if he's gonna be the starting quarterback this season. Yeah, you're gonna play really good for like 5 or 6 games, and you're gonna get hurt, or you're gonna start sucking, and then he's gonna have to go in, just like Justin Fields did. So, and then of course we didn't talk about Aaron Rodgers going to the Steelers. We had to throw that in there for Mr. Pollock out there. I don't care. Dude sucks for the Jets. Tired of his antics, tired of his attitude, tired of just like his demeanor that he is. Aaron Rodgers. Another guy used to like watching him play. And then it's just like got weird. Just got different. Got it's not fun not entertaining. Just became an asshole. It's like it's just not popular to me. It's not fun just sitting there listening to a guy that's a jerk all the time. You know, that's a narcissist that treats people like an asshole. Who wants to work under that? Who wants to be friends with that? Like, come on. It's crazy. But anyway, let's get on to On This Day in History. In 70 AD, Romans take Jerusalem. Titus and his Roman legions breach the middle wall of Jerusalem. In 754 AD, Frisian robbers murder Bishop Boniface, later saint, and over 50 companions near Dockham. In 1257, Krakow, Poland receives city rights. In 1284, when the bells rang out for freedom, Charles of Salerno is captured by Roger of Loria during a naval battle in the Gulf of Naples, part of the Sicilian Vespers uprising. In 1288, Battle of the Waregem, Jan the 1st, Duke of Brabant defeats army of Archbishop Siegfried II of Cologne, one of the largest and fiercest battles of the Middle Ages. I think Battle of Waregem is on History March too, by the way. Could be wrong. Let's see. YouTube's. Let's see. Battle of Waregem History March. Let's see. It's probably under something else. The History Network has one. History Network doc here. The Battle of Lund. Battle of Nordlingen. The Raffia. That one's a pretty fun one to watch. Battle of Augram. Brunneber. That one's pretty good. That one's actually fun to watch because that's like literally that's a forgotten battle. Like that's kind of like a time period that most people don't really think about. Because like as soon as they win, it's like they immediately get taken over by Canute the Great. So it's like right after that. So Victor Hill, Battle of Oberton. I want to watch this one. When the winged hussars arrive. Let's see. Let's go back. So 1305, Archbishop Bertrand the Got of Bordeaux elected Pope Clement V. 1507, England and Netherlands signed trade agreement. 1625, Spanish troops under Spinola conquer Breda. Prince of Orange takes Roermond. Prince of Orange Frederick Henry in 1632 conquers Roermond. Isaac Newton admitted to Cambridge in 1661. Isaac Newton admitted as a student to Trinity College in Cambridge. Prince William of Orange becomes Knight of Garter in 1752. In 1805, first recorded tornado in Tornado Alley in southern Illinois. I live in Tornado Alley as well. 1806, first trotter to break 3-minute mile, Yankee in 1806. Okay. Let's see here. The Batavian Republic becomes Kingdom of Holland in 1806. Turks capture the Acropolis and take Athens during the Greek War of Independence. That was in 1827. Let's see. Ada Lovelace meets Charles Babbage in 1833. First computer programmer Ada Lovelace meets mathematician and inventor Charles Babbage. Telegraph line opens between Philadelphia and Baltimore in 1846. In 1848, statue of William the Silent, statue of Prince William the Silent, Prince of Orange of Lodvik Breuer, unveiled in Hogs Height Plain. I don't know what that is. Uncle Tom's Cabin in 1851, anti-slavery novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin, by Harriet Beecher Stowe. First published in serial form in the National Era. 1855, anti-foreign, anti-Roman Catholic Know-Nothing Party's first convention. See, 1857, Walter Woodbury and James Page opened photo studio in Batavia, Jakarta. In 1861, federal marshals seized arms and gunpowder at the DuPont Works in Delaware. In 1863, Battle of Franklin's Crossing in Virginia, the Deep Run. 1863, CSS Alabama captures Talisman in the Mid-Atlantic. In 1864, the Battle of Piedmont, Virginia, Augusta City. In 1866, French colonial expedition to explore Mekong River, world's 12th longest throughout Southeast Asia, sets out from Saigon, led by Ernest Dudard de la Grille. Bananas become popular in the U.S. at the Centennial Exposition in Philadelphia. That was in 1876. In 1884, William Tecumseh Sherman refuses the Republican presidential nomination, saying, "I will not accept if nominated and will not serve if elected." Let's see. Cleveland nominated for president in 1888. U.S. Democrats nominate Grover Cleveland for president. Germanization of the Slavs in 1902. Emperor Wilhelm II responds to growing demands from Polish and other Slavic peoples living within German territory by calling for more Germanization of the Slavs. U.S. Marines invade Caminera, Cuba in 1912. In 1917, 10 million U.S. men began registering for draft in World War I. Bank of America origins in 1920. Let's see here. Ford's 32-hour work weeks. Thanks, asshole. 1937, Henry Ford initiates a 32-hour work week. Thanks, Dick. 1940, American Negro Theater League, or American Negro Theater organizes. 1940, a synthetic rubber tire is exhibited in Akron, Ohio, by Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. De Gaulle, Junior Defense Minister, 1940. General Charles de Gaulle becomes French Junior Minister of Defense. 1940, General von Bock starts a German offensive in the Somme. 1940, Governor of Suriname and the Netherlands Antilles refuse entry to Jewish refugees. 1940, Netherlands rations petroleum. World War II, Battle of France, Fall Rot, Case Red. 1940, Germany invaded northern France, crossing the River Somme. 1941, German ammunition depot at medieval Smederevo Fortress near Belgrade. Serbia explodes, kills close to 2,000. Hall of Fame American football player Bronco Nagurski. It's pretty cool. 1941, Sandor Sabo beats Bronco Nagurski in St. Louis to become a wrestling champ. In World War II, in 1941, World War II, at least 4,000 people who hid in a tunnel die after a Japanese air attack on the Chinese city of Chongqing. 1942, an explosion of the Joliet Army ammunition plant kills 48 people. British offensive in North Africa under General Ritchie in 1942. 1942, USA declares war on Bulgaria, Hungary, and Romania. 1943, German occupiers arrest Louvain University's chancellor. And today's the 5th, so was he supposed to happen on the 4th or the 5th? Yeah, because I think it was like the weather. It was like supposed to be on the 4th or something like that, but then they pushed it to the 6th. 1944, after receiving favorable weather reports, General Eisenhower decides to proceed with the D-Day invasion on June 6th. Allied forces marched into Rome in 1944 as a part of Operation Tonga. The first British gliders touched down on French soil to prepare for the D-Day invasion. In 1944, German Field Marshal Erwin Rommel goes on leave just before World War II D-Day landings by the Allies. Peter Grimes, 1945, Benjamin Britten's opera Peter Grimes premieres in London. Let's see here. The Marshall Plan in 1947. U.S. Secretary of State George Marshall outlines the Marshall Plan to rebuild Western Europe. Ashburn sets rookie record in 1948. Phillies Richie Ashburn sets NL rookie consecutive hitting streak at 23. Let's see here. Anything else? Don't care. 6-Day War begins between Israel and the neighboring Arab states of Egypt, Jordan, and Syria in 1967. Bobby Kennedy gunned down on campaign trail in 1968. Reggie Jackson, Reggie Jackson and Bill North engage in clubhouse fight at Detroit in 1974. Let's see here. Something was crawling on my hand. That was weird. It felt like it was. Let's see here. Anything else? I think Dwight Gooden returns from drug rehab and wins the game in 1987. It's pretty cool. Let's see. 1998, The Truman Show is released, starring Jim Carrey, Laura Linney, and Ed Harris. Love that movie. One of my favorite movies. One of my favorite movies ever. See here. And I don't think anything is worth a damn. Weinstein in 2018 pleads not guilty to rape and sexual assault charges in court in New York City. Let's see here. Pence runs for president in 2023. See some birthdays. Finish this baby out. Don't know who that lady is. Mustafa II. He was born in 1664. You remember him. He was the Turkish Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. Remember him? I don't remember him at all. Jack Chesbro. 1874. American Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher. Jack Chesbro. Pancho Villa. 1878. Mexican Revolutionary General. He died in 1923. Let's see here. Dennis Gabor. Joe Clark. 16th Prime Minister of Canada in 1939. He's 86. Robert Kraft is 84. He was born in 1941. Spalding Gray, American actor. He was born in 1941. John Carlos, 80th birthday. He was born in 1945. Let's see here. Kathleen Kennedy, American film producer, E.T. and Jurassic Park. She's 72. She doesn't look 72 in that photo. Mark Wahlberg's 54. He was born in 1971. It says he's an American singer. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. That's funny. There was something I saw. I thought I saw something. No. Okay. Keep moving on. Pete Wentz, American musician, Fall Out Boy, who was born in 1979. Breonna Taylor, she was born in 1993. And there's no one really else. All right, well, cool. All right, well, thank you so much, everybody, for being a part of the Total Chat Sports Podcast. Remember to follow us on every social media platform there is. TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Straight Flexin', Twitter, X, whatever, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Facebooks. Did I say that already? All them places. What up, dude? Razor Scooter Ankle Trauma. One of the best names ever. Seriously, one of the best names ever. You caught me literally as we're signing off. You literally caught me as we are signing off. We're going to try to do a podcast this weekend. Whether it be Saturday during the day or Sunday during the day. But we're going to do one. Because we didn't even talk about any of the other crap that we talk about. We didn't talk about the SEC baseball tournament. Because we could have gone to Auburn yesterday. Or tomorrow. What did I say? SEC baseball tournament? The NCAA baseball tournament. We could have gone to Auburn tomorrow. We could have saw Auburn play in the tournament. Got asked actually to do a credential, but totally forgot to apply for it. Let's see here. What do we got? In the Super Regionals, I think we got, what was it? And then we got Arkansas, Tennessee, Auburn, and LSU SEC teams that are still in it. I forgot to look at ahead of time to kind of look. I think a lot of the games start obviously tomorrow. Games begin Friday, June 6th. You'll get Miami and Louisville. You'll get Florida State, Oregon State, Arizona, North Carolina, and Coastal Carolina at Auburn. And thank God I didn't go tomorrow. They don't... What? Hold up. There's no way. Yeah, no. The first game... The first game's at 9. No, thank you. No, thank you. And then the second game is at 3 o'clock. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm glad I did not apply for that credential because I don't want to drive so far away for a 9 o'clock at night game. No, thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. You're going to have a lot of stuff. Games begin on the 6th. Those are the games that begin on the 6th. They're all Eastern times. So, it's at 8. So, it's still an 8 o'clock fucking game. Fuck that. Games begin on Saturday, June 7th. These are the series that begin. UTSA plays UCLA. Murray State plays Duke. West Virginia plays LSU. And Tennessee plays Arkansas. So... granted, out of the, 13 teams that made the playoffs or made the regionals, 4 of the SEC teams are now in the Super Regionals. They're going up against, 2 of them are going up against each other. Let's see how it goes. You got Auburn on one side, and then you got either LSU or Tennessee or Arkansas, obviously, that comes out of the other side. Could we have an all-SEC? Who knows? Could Tennessee make it all the way and repeat? Who knows? We'll see. If I'm looking at the series, Miami was kind of a... they came out of nowhere. I think Miami could upset Louisville. I don't know if they're favored or not. Give me Oregon State to beat Florida State. I think Oregon State might make a pretty good run. Give me North Carolina to beat Arizona. Give me Auburn to beat Coastal Carolina, even though Coastal Carolina is fired up about what Florida Coach O'Sullivan did to their people and the NCAA people, which was kind of childish. If you saw that video, it was kind of childish. UTSA plays UCLA. Murray State plays Duke. I'll take UCLA. They've been kind of scary good because they're like the Big Ten's so bad and they just don't like baseball that it's just like they're just kind of coasting, but they're 45-16. You know what I mean? They're obviously pretty damn good. Murray State and Duke. Duke, give me LSU, and give me Tennessee. So we'll see what happens. What have you been up to, man? What's going on, Razor Scooter Ankle Trauma? How you doing? You know what I've been doing? I've been playing RuneScape, old school RuneScape. A lot of it. Been pretty bad. It's been pretty fun and bad at the same time. But yeah, so I'm glad I got all that in there. Because I was just trying to get everything. Let's see, how are we doing in the softball world? What's the World Series looking like? So today is the 5th. Let's see here. So Texas beat Texas Tech 2-1 yesterday. They're playing right now yesterday. Today, it actually started right now as I'm talking, but it'll be yesterday. They play tonight, so we'll see who comes out of that. And then if Texas obviously wins, they're the champion, the national champion. But then if they don't, if Texas doesn't win tonight, they play Friday, June 8th. Oh, I see. Maybe that would have been if, like, that's such a weird ass bracket. That's so fucking confusing. That's so stupid. Because I guess they beat them. Yeah, because I guess they beat them. That's funny. So there you got an all Texas. Hopefully Texas wins. So, oh wow, they came back in the 6th. That's crazy. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, runners on 2nd and 3rd. You get a. Was that? Wait a minute. That wasn't a walk, was it? Intentional walk turns into clutch go ahead hit. Oh, we have to see that maybe. Hold on, let's watch that real quick.
Since
And then we'll get out of here. I gotta watch this ad real quick. Hold on. Ad's got 7 seconds. Let's see here. 3, 2, 1, boom. Let's see here. Runners in the corners. Trying an intentional walker, which is like fucking stupid, but you know, whatever. You know, when they intentional walk somebody, instead of doing this dog and fucking pony show horse shit, they should just throw it one time and then go to the base. You already know what you're gonna do. And your bitch ass ain't gonna swing. You're not gonna be like Albert Bell and fucking swing over here. And this thing about, you know, and I've said this before, this thing about softball, right? Softball is like way more entertaining in my opinion when it comes to like the playoffs and stuff. But I'll tell you right now, man, I can't stand watching them sit there and smile when they're losing or whatever, or like the cheer, like, you know, like it's like volleyball when they like do something good, they always have to like slap each other's hands and be like, you know, whatever. Like it's really boring. Like, because, like, it's the only sport where, like, you can hear them cheering the whole time in the dugout. You know what I mean? Like, you don't, you know, like in basketball, you'll have occasionally that, like, see, she swung. So she swung on the intentional thing. So basically, just put it in there. So, okay, so it's like you don't ever see, like, on the sideline, like, in pro or especially college, like, you don't see him, like, now, I will say this. I think it was like maybe it was Western Kentucky. There was a team at the CSA basketball tournament that was cheering like defense on the sideline. So I may have gotten it mixed up with something else, but I'm pretty sure I remember that. So it's like you don't really see that. You don't see it at all, really. You see the guys that are occasionally crazy, the guys that are walk-on basketball players going crazy or whatever, but you don't see that on the sideline. It's like softball. It's like you can hear them cheering the whole time. You can hear them like going, ah, nah, nah, Yeah, there's like you can hear the dugout more than you can hear the fan base until they do something good. So anyway, thank you so much for following us. We will hit you up next time on Saturday or Sunday. Thank you so much for being a follower, like, subscriber, whatever, to the Total Chad Sports Podcast. Thank you so much for just putting down the podcast and listening to it while you do some cleaning or while you're doing whatever, or laundry or whatever. And just giving me a like, a view, a sub, whatever. We'll see you on the flip side the next time. You are the best. You are freaking the best. We're going to be rocking and rolling. Probably do some podcast, like do the podcast and do some streaming, like some actual video game streaming. Been playing some old school RuneScape. You probably don't want to watch me to play that. Maybe play some Oblivion. I don't know. Maybe play some Marvel Rivals. We'll see. But hit me up anytime you want on the social media platforms of Twitch, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Straight Flexing, all those places. Just hit me up there. Should get on that Doom. I'm gonna download it. It's on Game Pass, isn't it? Like I should just download it because I've been playing Oblivion on Game Pass. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much to Razor Scooter Ankle Trauma. Like, you want to be a part of the podcast, you can be part of the podcast. You see that chat above my name or to the right of my head? You can be a part of it. Well, I'll have to do it then, for sure. All right, well, I'm out of here. I want to play some video games or do something. So I'm going to figure out something to do. It's only 8 o'clock. So, my time. So, thanks so much. Peace out, everybody. See you.
I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, he's out.
Yes, sir.
Brett is out. Look at this. Brett is out.
He's steaming mad.
He is out.
Swung, fly ball deep left center. Grissom on the run. Yes! The Atlanta Braves have given you a championship.
Auburn going after it. Here's a good snap. It is blocked. It is blocked. It's caught on the run. It's caught on the run. He's going to score. David Wagner has scored. And Auburn is tied the game.
It's good! It's good! It's good! It's good! It's good! It's good! Van Tippen has won the ball game. Alabama has beaten Auburn!
I'd like for the people to remember me as being a winner, because I ain't never been nothing but a winner.